All right, we are going to start. This is the ninth grade Bridge Law counseling lesson. This is presented by the school counselors at Kell High School. Anytime during this presentation, feel free to pause if I'm moving through quickly, or if you want to go back to something. This video is for you to look at any time, and it's for reference, so if you ever want to look at something with more detail, feel free to pause this or go back to it. All right, so here's a list of the Kell High School Counseling Department. So your school counselor is based off of your last name, so you can easily locate who your school counselor is based on your last name, and then everyone else is just as important and contributes to the Kell Counseling Department, and we're always here for you. If you ever have any questions or need any help with anything, we are here. So what does a school counselor do? Sometimes this question can be difficult to answer, and it can vary from different levels, so elementary, middle, and high school. So specifically with high school counselors, we assist with academic planning, career exploration, planning, just general planning for your future and any type of social, emotional situations that you are dealing with or something that's going on at school. So ways that you can get in touch with your school counselors, you can make an appointment through Equity. Obviously, right now we are currently not physically present at school, but other than that, you would be able just to go into the counseling office and make an appointment on one of the kiosks located at the front desk. Right now, obviously, you can email your counselor to set up an appointment, virtual appointment right now. And of course, when we're back in school, you can stop by the counseling office before and after school without an appointment. These are just a couple of reminders, and these are just as valid right now as they are when everything in school is back in session. So remember that there are no exceptions regarding harassment or bullying. Remember that you need to be able to identify trusted adults, whether that's a teacher, counselor, assistant principal, if you are being harassed or bullied at school, any type of life-threatening situation, make sure to locate a trusted adult and tell them immediately. And the word confidentiality, remember that confidentiality basically just means that whatever you share with a trusted adult will stay with that trusted adult unless it's something where you're intending to harm yourself or harm others, or there's harm to someone else or you in the process. So these are just a couple of reminders that we always just want to have you be cognizant of. All right, so this lesson is going to be particularly looking at ninth grade, obviously, and ways that you can be successful throughout high school and for the rest of your future. These are a couple of things that we're going to be going through. So what is GPA? GPA stands for grade point average. If you didn't know, you can look and see based on the GPA, what consists of an A, what consists of a B, what consists of a C. And you also see here you have the numerical value as well, so you have a better idea. There are different kinds of GPA. So you have weighted versus unweighted. So weighted GPAs will be considering any honors classes or AP classes that can have a different GPA versus your unweighted, where those will not have any extra points towards your GPA. Cumulative versus core. Cumulative is basically your entire GPA, so that's also including the grade point averages, the grades you get for your elective classes, whereas core GPA is just mainly your academic classes. There also is a specific way to calculate your HOPE GPA if you are interested in obtaining the HOPE scholarship. If you plan on going to a four-year college, this will be some financial aid for you. You can easily access how to calculate your HOPE GPA on georgiafutures.org. So this is just a little step-by-step guide on how can you calculate your GPA based on the grades you've received thus far from your freshman year, and also if you took any classes in 8th grade that could count towards high school. Always as well, if you don't like this format with the steps, you can also easily Google GPA calculator. And there are multiple formats where you're able to easily calculate your GPA if you'd like to do that via Google or some other platform. Here are some examples of how to calculate your GPA. So based on these steps, these are 2 examples just to give you a better idea of what this looks like. So honors and AP classes, why are they important? Obviously, there are multiple reasons why. I think the most important reason would be that it challenges you and it can help you build your character for the future. It gives you an idea of college level work and what that looks like. It gives you an advantage into certain colleges and being able to get into colleges helps you expand your interests, and it can also improve your work ethic. Everyone's different and everybody's path is going to look different academically, but if you are interested in taking an honors AP class, then why not? Why not challenge yourself? So jumping onto report card versus transcript, you can read the bullet points below. I'm not going to read those aloud for you, but basically a report card is kind of like I see a report card as kind of a check-in, right? It's the grades from one semester and it's kind of showing you, all right, this is how you did this semester. And then the transcript is your entire snapshot of your high school performance academically. So it is showing you everything that you've achieved in high school and your grades in high school, as your report card is just that semester check-in. These are how many credits. This is a list of how many credits you need for graduation. So take a minute and look at how many credits are needed. Remember that one class equals 1 credit. And if you have any questions about credits, you can always email your counselor for further clarification. These are the promotion requirements. So in order to be promoted to the 10th grade, you need 5 credits. You need 1 credit each in a core English, math, and science. And you can see how it builds each year. Another great opportunity, like honors or AP, is the option of dual enrollment. This is a neat program that allows high school students to earn college credit while working on their high school diploma. It's really neat because this program covers tuition, any type of mandatory fee, or textbooks needed for the classes. At Kell High School, we have students in the dual enrollment program that attend Kennesaw State University, Virginia Highlands, and Chattahoochee Tech. And those are just a couple examples of where some of the students at Kell go for dual enrollment. I think it's a really neat program because it allows you to get that college credit, and it can even further and challenge your academic pathway. All right, so these are just a couple of tips for success in high school. I think as you look at these bullet points, I'm not going to read them for you. You can pause and read them if you like. I think overall, whatever you put into your experience in high school is what you're going to get out of it. So if you put a lot of effort into getting connected with the community at Kell and challenging yourself in your classes and being present every day and being organized, then you're going to have a really neat experience, and you're going to have memories that you will have and cherish, you know? So I think really at the end of the day, it's just being mindful and intentional about what you want your experience to be here at Kell. So this is a fun question. Where will you be in 10 years? Obviously take this question with a grain of salt. What we're about to go through are just some ideas to kind of get you thinking about what you might be interested in career-wise, but don't, it's good to go ahead and start developing an interest now to help you make that process your senior year easier, but don't stress yourself out too much with what we're about to process with. So remember that whenever you're considering a career, you need to consider what skills are involved, look at your own personality, and what you're interested in. All of these things can heavily impact what kind of career you would like to go into. So one platform that you guys will definitely start using is called Naviance. And this is a system that focuses on college and career readiness. As school counselors, we're going to be using it to communicate with you, and we will be using this throughout the rest of your time here at Kell. So these are the steps to log into Naviance. And you can do this from your computer. Just make sure that you do log in through your Cobb County credentials. So feel free to pause this slide and follow these steps. This is what the Naviance student homepage looks like. The first thing that you'll need to do is enter your email address so that we can communicate important information. So make sure to follow these steps once you have logged into Naviance. And feel free to pause this part of the video as well so you can complete these steps on your Naviance portal. These are other things you can use Naviance for. Very important. The next thing you need to do is we're going to be completing the bridge law, so follow these steps. So these are the steps you need to take in order to complete the dual enrollment survey. So pause this video right now and complete these steps on your end on the Naviance portal. And then you need to complete the Career Cluster Finder. This is going to be a neat survey to kind of measure what are you interested in based on your personality, skills, and interests. And then you need to add 3 careers that you are interested in after you've completed the Career Cluster Finder, and click the heart to make sure that you have favorited 3 of those careers. And make sure to pause this part to complete these steps. This is what it looks like to favorite one of the careers, and you should favorite at least 3. So make sure you've done that before moving on with this video. And then you'll have your 3 that you have favorited right here in the section of My Favorite Careers and Clusters. So make sure that you have completed all of these things. Make sure to pause this video and complete these steps. And that is all. If you have any questions about this video, feel free to email the counselors. Make sure to pause, rewind, do whatever you need to do, and thank you so much.